So I think it's very unlikely a private lender is going to want to buy the debt just because it's worth less. And if the government does end up selling it for less money than what it costs them to lend out the money, then the government will have to provide protections, kind of like Medicare and Medicaid. It's managed by like private insurance companies, but the federal government insures those programs, which means that if there is a huge cost to providing Medicaid or Medicare, the government steps in to provide the funding, basically. And so I think what would happen is the servicers would buy the loans for less than it's worth, so they can make that margin on collection, and then the government would have to ensure if X amount of people default, we'll have to pay and make it up, which means that it's going to end up costing the government more because they're going to make less money off the portfolio. Plus, they're going to have to provide some form of guarantee for those loans. And so I just think it's not going to happen because it will also hurt borrowers with the programs they can get access to. So, from a tax perspective, it doesn't save the taxpayer money because we're losing money by selling it. The second point is it doesn't help the borrower because the borrower may lose access to federal programs. And if they don't lose access, then it can cost the government a lot to ensure and provide access to continuing um, repayment assistance or income driven, for example. And ultimately, the private lender can go get probably better returns that are more guaranteed in other locations where it's more predictable because in other loans and lines of credit, they take credit scores. And obviously, on the stock market, we know returns are pretty consistently up or down depending on the market cycle. So I think lenders will go for what's more guaranteed than what is doubtful, unless the government comes with a package that will guarantee a significant amount of their risk and insure it. And I just don't think that just means the government's going to pay way more than to service it themselves. And plus, a final thought, the government has way more collection power than private lenders. So again, I just don't think it's going to happen.